So today we're going to be taking a look at 4 different ways that you can build a website in 2024. Whether you're looking to build a portfolio site or a full-blown e-commerce site, there are loads of different ways in which you can achieve that. And like I say, today we're going to go through the individual steps and the ones that I would recommend for you to build a website in 2024. So first up, and probably one of my favorites, is Framer. Now Framer is a design and website builder tool. It's very much like a piece of software called Figma. If you've ever used that, it'll be very similar to using Framer. The only difference is rather than just having a design that you would have in Figma, with Framer you're doing the designing in the tool, but you're getting a full-blown website at the end of it. The great thing about Framer is that you're getting a fully interactive site as well off the back of it. So they've built in a lot of interactions and functionalities so you can achieve a high quality, really polished website by just designing in the browser. As I say, it's absolutely amazing in terms of what you can achieve. There's no coding required whatsoever. There is a little bit of a learning curve to get used to it. Like I say, if you haven't used any sort of tools like that before, but once you've learned how to do it, it's really easy then to just launch websites, like I say, that are highly interactive with built-in functionality as well. It doesn't give you the absolute nth degree, so there is some limitations around what you can do and the sort of websites, but if you're going for like a landing page or like I say a portfolio site or something like that, then Framer is absolutely perfect for that. Okay, so the next one is Webflow. Now Webflow for me is a little bit of a step up from Framer, whereas like I say with Framer it doesn't require any code and it is very sort of design driven. Webflow takes that a little bit extra, so it does require some knowledge there, some I guess web development knowledge. It is very much still visual. You're not just inside a text editor or a code editor. It is very visual as a website builder, but there is a requirement there, or a little bit, in terms of how you would develop a website traditionally. So like I say, it is almost just that little bit of a step up from Framer. The great thing about Webflow though is that it offers complete functionality, so you can put custom code in there. Again, not saying you can't with Framer, it's just limited in terms of what you can do. But as I say, with Webflow it's very much geared towards having that full functionality to be able to do exactly what you want to do. I also feel like with either platforms you can build a business, a freelance business doing that. You can build websites on Framer for businesses and obviously earn decent money. But on the Webflow side, it is geared, as I say, to a bit more of those sort of serious websites where you may want some custom code and things like that, then that's where you would go. Again, to a client, if you're just doing like marketing-based sites, 5-page websites and things like that, it's not going to make a difference whatsoever. It's just if they have a requirement for something a little bit extra, then my advice would be to start looking into Webflow, because as I say, it does give you that little bit extra functionality as standard, just in the way that it's built. Another thing I should add, that both platforms are really good when it comes to SEO and gives you a lot of options in terms of how you can customize the site to ensure that it's going to get picked up and ranked and you're doing the right things. Now the next one I want to talk about is Squarespace, and you've most definitely probably heard of Squarespace. It's really popular as a website builder. This for me is almost a step away from Framer and Webflow, and this is where you get into leveraging sort of templates, the sort of drag and drop almost website builder scenario. It does limit you on the side of the design and development side as well, and it's very much for those who just want to get up and running straight away, don't want to necessarily waste time designing their own site and then building it and things like that. As I say, it's very much what you see is what you get. You go in there, drag the components in that you need, or utilize an existing template, launch it, all the SEO is taken care of for you, and that's it, and it works really well for that. I think as well, the last time I used it, you can actually tag on plugins into it, so you can use things for like e-commerce. If you want to build a store, then you can definitely do that in Squarespace. Again, I'm not saying with the other platforms that you can't, but it's sort of not native. You do have to have these third-party plugins that you go out and get. But if you're just wanting to get up and running, either as a portfolio or like I say, an e-commerce site, then my advice would definitely just be explore that, and you're not interested in the design, just go for Squarespace and you can get something up and running pretty fast. Okay, so the next one is Wix. Again, very similar to Squarespace, very much drag and drop templates, but this is almost like your sort of bare bones, if you like. You know, you want a website, you don't really care how it looks, you're not that interested in plowing loads of time into like the design and the look of it. You just want to go in there, spin up a website and get it live. As I said, Wix would be my recommendation for that. It is very, very sort of bare bones. You know, the templates are quite limited, but again, if that's what you're looking for, I would highly recommend it. You know, you can just plug in your business name, spin it up, get it live within, I'd probably say less than an hour, to be honest, even as a newcomer, and it's just there to go. Like I said, I think there are some templates that you can do as well. SEO is going to be built in. I don't know about the plugins. I don't think they offer many, if any at all, and I don't think they offer the e-commerce side like a Squarespace, for example. Okay, so the next one on this list is one that is slightly different. You can definitely build websites with this, but it is more geared towards building software as a service, and that's called Bubble. It's bubble.io. Is the site, and Bubble is extremely powerful for those that do want to build web applications with no code whatsoever. You can utilize databases, conditional logic. I've seen things on there where people have rebuilt Airbnb, for example, as a complete web app. All that is possible. There is a little bit of a steep learning curve with Bubble, and I would definitely recommend looking at some material online or some courses and things like that, because they're definitely out there. But if that is what you want to do and you want to build web apps, then I would highly recommend looking at it. I've even seen examples of people where they've gone out and sort of built an app, no code, managed to get funding based off the app, managed to get users on the platform and using it just as if it was a custom built web app, and yeah, it just performs really well. As I say, the functionality inside is extremely powerful. You've got a lot of plugins. You can tie in other third-party services to it as well, and it's just endless, the capabilities with it. If you've got an idea for something, for an app, for a startup, then you can go into Bubble and you can build it, really, really easy. The other platforms that I mentioned are more geared towards, as I say, landing pages, marketing sites, portfolio sites, potentially e-commerce sites as well. But Bubble is almost like a step away from that, and is, again, really, really powerful. So I hope you enjoyed the video. That's all my recommendations. If you've got any comments, leave them down below. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you enjoy this sort of content and you'd like to see future videos from myself. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.